Hey guys, it's Duranasaur, and I wanted to make this video showing how lock and load procs are currently working for survival hunters in Wrath of the Lich King. So lock and load is an ability in the survival hunter tree that triggers 100% of the time off of frost traps and 6% of the time off of ticking damage from immolation trap, explosive trap, and black arrow. And what lock and load does is that it makes your next two explosive shots not trigger any cooldown. So if it procs and explosive shot is already on cooldown, that cooldown has to run its course, but then the following two explosive shots will have no cooldown. Great way to maximize DPS. You do still want to make sure that you are not spamming those additional explosive shots because you want to take advantage of the 2-second dot that they leave on the target to maximize your DPS. Even just auto shot, explosive shot, and then waiting for the 2-second dot before firing off another explosive shot is still going to be higher DPS than almost anything you'll do. And you can weave in renewing serpent stings, or you can weave in multi-shots, or you can weave in, throwing up additional black arrows during that 2-second duration of the explosive shot dot. So it is still just going to be higher DPS overall to get as many lock and load procs as possible. I was moving around testing stuff out here, and I was trying to determine how and when the 22-second internal cooldown for lock and load functions, because I was running into scenarios where it was proccing way faster than 22 seconds between each lock and load proc. You can see at the start of this video, what I try to do is use a black arrow. So essentially a black arrow or fire trap source to proc lock and load. And as soon as I get the proc from black arrow ticks, I run in and drop a frost trap, and the trap is triggered and it does not proc lock and load. And I tried doing this a couple other times after the course of this video just to try to confirm. And it seems that lock and load does not proc one after another if it starts with a fire source or a black arrow proc. However, as you can see in the video, if you start with a frost source, so if you start with, in this case, a frost trap, because freezing traps are not working at all to proc it in the beta. But if you start with a frost trap and then apply either a black arrow or an explosive trap or an immolation trap, you can get lock and load procs very quickly, one after another. You can actually, it can proc almost immediately to the point where you're not even able to use the first initial lock and load procs up all the way before you get the additional procs from that fire source or from that black arrow. So if you are trying to min-max survival hunter right now, and you're trying to do so by proccing lock and load as much as possible, this is just something to keep in mind. And if they do not change this, and this ends up in the live game, for any survival hunter out there that's doing dungeons, that's doing raids, that's doing any content where you are wanting to maximize DPS, you're just going to want to keep in mind that if you proc lock and load from a black arrow or a fire source, it will definitely be 22 seconds before you are able to get another lock and load proc. But if you started off by proccing lock and load with a frost source, so from a frost trap, freezing trap, or freezing arrow, it seems like you can then get additional lock and load procs almost immediately. So if you're wanting to get as many lock and load procs and as many explosive shots out as you want to, as you can, make sure you start with the frost source, and then you go to a fire or black arrow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this or didn't, or have any comments or anything, please leave those below. I appreciate any likes and subscribes. You're all wonderful, beautiful people. Have a great one. Happy hunting.